Hello everybody and welcome to your general weekly reading for the week beginning March 26th, 2018. Happy spring! Yay! Spring is on its way. This winter is fading out, which is very, very, very exciting for me because I hate winter. So spring is coming, which means flowers and fresh energy and spring cleaning and a whole new set of adventures awaiting upon us. And spring is just right on time because I am so pale. I am so pale. I look like a ghost and I'm just blending right into these white walls here. So I don't know if you're with me on this, but it's time for a tan. So thank God spring is here. I cannot stress this enough. I hope that you have been having a really good March so far. I honestly cannot believe how fast this year is going. It's kind of insane, but let's just make the most of it as we go. So I am fresh back from my trip in San Francisco and San Jose and Napa. I went to go see the famous Tony Robbins live, and it was a really incredible experience. I obviously am not getting paid to say any of this, but if you have the opportunity and you feel called to go, of course, you know, he's not for everybody, but if you have that calling to go and see him live and to attend one of his events, you find pieces of yourself there, this energy that's inside of you that's just kind of sitting dormant. So if you feel called to go, I would highly recommend it. It was a really interesting experience, even just for the fact that you are able to prove to yourself how much you can actually withstand. So very few breaks. It was very long hours, but we had so much energy because they get you going and dancing a lot. So it was a lot of fun. It was like 4 days of partying and learning about, you know, self-care and learning about our own emotions and stuff like that. So that being said, it was quite the interesting experience. And I would highly recommend it if you have the chance to go. The event that I went to was Unleash the Power Within, which is essentially that, just finding that dormant power within yourself that you're ready to let go, or unleash, I should say. So it was really good. So if you feel called to go, definitely go. There's this really interesting part. You know, the whole experience was really interesting. You're in a stadium full of 12,000 plus people, and you're all having this really intimate self-exploration at certain points. And it's just really interesting to even sit back and look around at all the people who are humans just like you. Like, you see people on the street and you think you're fighting your own battles alone, but then when you are sitting in a room full of 12,000 people and he says something like, you know, you all have limiting beliefs, everybody knows exactly what that is. And so you see that everybody is just like you, and everybody's walking their own struggles and their own paths in life. And it was just really powerful that you're all experiencing this immense transformation almost, and you're all connected now because you've all experienced, you know, going and picturing this horrible life that you want to get away from, and picturing, you know, you as a magnificent person that you wanted to be, and reaching all of that potential. So it was just a really cool experience to see people from all walks of life having the same kind of fears and limits, I guess, to all different extents, but, you know, to actually understand that normal people walking on the street, you know, now have these tools, or now are aware of all of their limits within themselves. So that was really interesting to see, and also to sit back and, as a healer, to watch people who are seemingly, you know, just everyday kind of people having such a strong connection to source when there's a meditation piece and everybody is just so relaxed. And you look at the people around you that after after these meditations, and you see their consciousness has completely shifted. And it's like people from all walks of life, and they're just now looking at each other with this sense of unconditional love. And you fully see that the oneness that we have, this idea that we're all separate because the physical world is very separate. I'm very separate from you, which is not what the spiritual teaching is. The spiritual teaching is that we are all one. So you get to actually experience that as everyone is just one. Everyone is just a different extension. So I am just a different expression of you, basically. And so it was just really interesting to see all these people, you know, from all walks of life, and not just people like me who are interested in energy and healing, but people who are working in finance and people who are crazy, powerful entrepreneurs and celebrities and athletes and everything like that. We're all coming together to be seekers and to look for those pieces within ourselves that are lost. And to understand that everybody is missing pieces it's quite grounding, and also it makes you connect with people a lot easier. And so after the event, I'm walking around dancing everywhere just because that's what I did for 4 days, was you basically dance the whole time, and it was a lot of fun. So my long-winded summary of this is, it's really interesting, even from the perspective of a healer, to go and watch people's consciousness change. People who maybe have never meditated before or think that all of this is just very woo-woo and it's all BS, but it takes great power and strength to look within and to look at those ugly pieces of yourself and admit that you're wounded. And it was very interesting to see people from all walks of life being able to do that and to connect as a result. So, I said before I started this video that I would only share what I was compelled to share. That apparently needed to come out, so hopefully that was helpful for you. We will get into the reading. I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot cards by Deborah Blake. These are, one of my favorites, so I use them a lot because they're so beautiful. It's an interesting week. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not awful, like it's not super bad or anything like that. I think it's just, again, a lot of lessons coming up. Take great care of your nutrition this week and the upcoming weeks, because with spring comes a new push of energy, a new cycle. So you want to make sure that you can get the most out of this cycle by, feeding yourself good things and maintaining the highest levels that you can, so that you can fully embrace the new spring that's coming in. You don't want to be bogged down by old energy. So yeah, we're kind of waking up. Winter is very much hermit time. We stay inside, we watch movies, we eat lots of junk food. And now the spring is kind of challenging us to wake up and stretch and start to move a little bit again. And ooh, there's vegetables and here's the salad. Like more fresh food, step away from all of the kind of the bad habits, and we're going to start getting into those better routines that we're going to be full throttle in for the summer. So starting to exercise again and going out for walks and enjoying nature again, that kind of a thing. Spring is always such an interesting time. It's like people are, getting in really good moods because like, oh, summer is coming. It's like, I had this epiphany the other day that like fall is the equivalent to it's like the equivalent to the end of a party. So you're having a really good time at this party, it's summer, and you're having the best time, and all of the music that's playing is so good, and all your friends are there, and you're having so much fun. And then you end up staying at the party so late that you start to notice that the chairs are starting to get folded up, and the caterers are coming and collecting all of the plates, and that, the party is starting to kind of wind down, but you're still having so much fun you don't want to leave. So my idea of fall is like the closing of the party, like the winding down. And then it's always that like sad feeling like, oh no, the inevitable winter is coming, like I have to go home and sleep. And then, oh my God, I have to get up in the morning and go to work, or, whatever. This beautiful night is going to end. So it's like you're still holding on to that. And then the night is ending and it's winding down. And then the inevitable sleeping part happens, which is winter. I think of spring as like the fun, like pre-gaming part where you're at your friend's house, you're getting ready, you're so excited about the night, it's going to be a great night, all your friends are going to be there, so it's like the anticipation of this awesome party that you're going to go see. So enjoy the anticipation, enjoy getting ready for all of this, take as much as you can, be slow if you haven't moved all winter, go slowly and get into those new routines and everything like that, but just fully enjoy it. Anything else? I don't know why they reminded me of that. That's so funny. Yeah, it doesn't have to be... You don't ever have to let anything really drag you down. as long as you're taking care of yourself, you have a more sturdy, I was going to say underground, but I would say inner world. Like if you have a sturdy inner foundation, you can just kind of be, you know, floating in the ocean, floating on the top of the ocean without getting, you know, taken over by the waves that are life. So just get a really strong foundation for yourself through exercise and eating well and resting and lots of meditation, and starting to, you know, wake up those muscles and go and have fun. Having a strong foundation will make life so much easier. Okay, what are we to expect for the week beginning March 26th? What's the general theme? That's interesting. Wednesday, Thursday, and the weekend. Okay. Great. So we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is kind of about it's a bit about deception. I guess the best example I could give is like, you know, well, if we look at this photograph, there's a thief coming and stealing your stuff in the middle of the night. Or he could be taking your knives off to be going to get cleaned. He may not actually, he might bring them back. Maybe he's just borrowing them. Basically, without going into fear, just be cautious and be aware of the people in your life. Is there people who are stealing from you, not only physically, but like emotionally, spiritually? Are people robbing you of your energy? Just being really cognizant of business partners in your life, or, you know, people who could be taking advantage of you at work, things like that. So it's not about going into fear and looking at everyone in your life and, you know, not trusting anyone, but it's more about who is in your life and why are they there? What are they contributing to you? What are you contributing to them? Are they taking something from you? It's just being aware. For some of you, this might just be a realization. I think this is more about, this is for most of us, having that realization that there are, you know, kind of sketchy things going on in our lives or sketchy people in our lives. So just being quite cautious of that and just being aware so that you're not falling into that trap, or just being aware so that you can make your decision on how you want to interact with them going forward. Okay, and for the beginning of the week, we have Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, we see here that she is probably just out of a really fierce battle. She has her back up against the wall. Looks like everybody else is kind of defeated and poofed away in front of her, but she's still fighting. So if you do find that this is happening in your life, that maybe there are people without your best interests at heart, don't give up, don't cower, don't freak out. So if somebody does end up stealing from you and you do find out this week, just keep the faith. Don't let them take your power from you by you going into fear and just losing it. You're maybe beaten down, but you're not going to quit the fight. So carry on. The beginning of the week, and this, even if something bad doesn't happen, just remember that you have that warrior within yourself that you're going to need to continue to keep going and going and going. Even if you get beaten down, just keep going. As long as you are following your gut, you're going in the right direction. And if you get beaten down, it's fine. Just dust yourself off, go have a good cry, and get back into the ring. So we have the King of Pentacles in the middle of the week. So this is a reminder that everything is all good. So the King of Pentacles, you know, Pentacles talks about the third dimensional reality, money, security, success, and business. This is very much about having success. This is a reminder that you can be the King of Pentacles and sitting here with your chocolate cake. You can have your cake and eat it too. So everything is all good. So pay attention to what happens in the middle of the week. This could be, you know, a good opportunity. Perhaps a business opportunity comes to you. Just be careful you're not spending too much money too frivolously. And maybe it's time to give a little bit. So donating to charity or giving away, you know, again, we've talked about this before, just going and doing something nice for a friend, that kind of a thing. But coming from a place of abundance and not scarcity, and coming from a place of you're wanting to give unconditionally. So then for the end of the week, for the weekend, we have Four of Cups. So this is a card to not get defeated. Don't allow your emotions to take you too far down. If you are feeling, sad or something happened, of course, feel free to feel it. But be cautious that you don't let it control you and overtake you in your life and make you just kind of your normal state be that place of negativity and fear and sadness. This is also a reminder that our emotions are our... Sorry, I just realized something. Our emotions are foundational, right? So they are a tool as well. And as I'm looking at this, we have a card from every suit, which means we have a very balanced week. We have the mind, we have the emotions, we have the body, and we have the passion. So it's going to be a really good week this week. Lots of balance, lots of different things, and something for everyone this week, no matter what kind of a person you are. So there you have it. I hope that you have a fantastic and balanced week ahead, filled with lots of emotions and lots of mental body and lots of passion and lots of money. If you would like a private reading with me, you can email me at thejourneytospirit@gmail.com and come and visit me at katiehunt.ca. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I so appreciate it. And I hope that you have a great week. Thank you for being here.